Yeah, hi.
Hi, I'm JP.
I'm Mike.
And this is podSessions. That's our makeshift little intro.
Mars Bringer of War.
Mars Bringer of War.
Gustav Holst.
Gustav
What a
fucking
guy,
Holst.
you know? If you could write a symphony about 9 planets, you know,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, I guess.
I highly recommend that. We definitely recommend that. Pluto?
Was it?
I think Pluto was in there.
Was he ahead of the game? Was he like, fucking
Jesus,
Pluto?
yeah.
Not a planet.
Yeah.
Guys.
He fucking knew.
How do you know? How do you know?
I do know.
Trust me.
And they
I have gut feeling.
Yeah.
Gustav's gut.
Gustav's gut. Sounds like a fucking sitcom.
Gustav. I'm telling you, Pluto, not planet. I'm giving him like a Russian accent.
Yes.
He's like fucking German. And my
Same
foreign
shit.
accent's the fucking
all the European accents.
It's all like it's literally all the same.
angry or something like that. Gustav's angry gut.
Gustav, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Just making pie. You're writing a symphony, aren't you? No. Is Pluto in there? No. Why, Gustav? He's not a planet. Get with this shit. You're driving this fucking family into the ground.
He's an ice planet.
he's like ice star.
Like planet.
What is it considered now, though?
It's
Pluto?
like it's a dwarf planet.
You took astronomy?
I did take a shot. It's a dwarf planet now,
Yeah.
which is not quite a planet. It's
What's
just,
the
It's just
difference?
small. I feel like that's not nice against dwarves, you know?
There's also a distinction. It's no longer like a midget is a midget anymore. It's small people, right?
Is it actually small people?
Little people, not small people.
I feel like all of those terms keep changing based on the way
Constantly.
we go.
It doesn't fucking make any sense.
It really doesn't.
For our little listeners out there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like
we don't want to lose you guys.
Do you know any midgets?
I don't know any midgets.
Little people. Do you know any little people?
I don't know any
Would that change your answer?
Is it small people or little people?
It's little people.
Okay,
Small people would be like, you're small.
Right.
It's like, oh, you're
All right,
little.
I guess. You're cute. You're cute.
I mean,
but
I could be considered a little person. I'm not the fucking tallest person in the world.
no, you're not. But I don't think you're not a midget. I wouldn't. Sorry, you're not a little person.
Mike,
you know?
yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm working on it.
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of my height, but I can sympathize with the little people.
I understand.
You know,
No one's ever completely happy with their height or
I feel like
body or
Robert
whatever.
Downey Jr. definitely is.
He has to be. Yeah,
There's no way he's not happy with
too
Robert Downey
suave.
Jr..
He's too suave to have any bad feelings towards himself, I feel like.
Yeah.
There's no room for that in his life.
He's the kitty's titties.
He's the kitty's titties. But
Sorry,
is he
Nate.
the titties kitties?
Oh, that's a different story. That'll go up to Congress. We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah. That's another podcast in of itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But again, I'm Mike. I mean,
you're
I'm
Mike. Okay.
And
We're
Mike is
switching for
JP. Yeah, I've never said I'm someone else in my life.
Well,
today's the fucking first, guys.
Today's JP is Mike, and
Yeah,
Mike is JP.
Mike is JP.
I'm actually Mike, though.
Yeah. So today we're going to cover this lovely band from Philadelphia called Wild Rompit.
Wild Rompit, that's right.
We got a chance to go see them in
And speak with
Williamsburg.
them as well. It was a great time.
Yeah,
Great
got
trip.
to hang out with Blair, and we talked to Paul for a little bit. Didn't get to meet the rest of the band. They were occupied otherwise, talking to
Of course.
all the fans and all that.
Yeah, we don't want to hold them up for too long or anything like that.
I feel bad. I kind of held up Blair for a while.
No, I mean,
I kind of did all the talking with that. I feel even worse about that. I'm sorry.
It's no big. Like, I didn't want to keep them too long either. Blair's the lead singer, by the way, of
Blair
of Wild Rompit.
Ollendorf, I believe.
Ollendorf, yes, that's right. Paul is the
fucking name.
bassist.
I don't know the other two. To be honest. I'll be completely honest. I didn't get to meet. I saw their names. I forget. I'm sorry, guys. You guys fucking rocked.
The other reason
honestly.
they're busy too was they're from Philadelphia, so they're not even from around here. They're from straight out of Philly.
Yeah.
And we went to see them in Brooklyn.
Yes.
At a nice venue called Spike Hill.
Spike Hill, check it the fuck
Yeah,
out. It's
definitely
really,
recommend
really
it.
cool.
The whole area. Check out the whole area because it's really nice.
The whole area
it's
is
really
lovely.
Nice.
I mean,
Bedford Avenue.
you see some
Bedford
weird
Avenue.
shit on Bedford Avenue.
You do see some weird shit. Hat stores.
Hat stores we
Plenty of
saw.
those.
The Heisenberg hat and all that,
We got
which
coffee,
they didn't fucking have.
which we're pretty sure was drugged. Or
Hopefully just
spiked.
Spiked, yeah. I hope spiked. I don't want to have to take a drug test and be like, what was this?
yeah, just coffee.
No, it wasn't.
Gustav,
It wasn't.
what is this?
Gustav.
It's just
coffee.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? I think.
No, not the right.
I think so.
Don't know.
I don't know him, Gustav Holst.
I write symphonies. I do not drink much coffee.
Well, I feel like you would need coffee.
Oh, if you're writing a symphony, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you've written a symphony, sort of, right?
Symphony in quotation marks. It's
Blue Flare Symphony.
Flare.
in fact.
It's one of those things.
Song.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But it's one of those things. It's like I called it Blue Flare Symphony, like it's the name of the song, but it's not actually a symphony because symphony is actually 4 movements of music, and I don't put it on a structure like that. But
Yeah.
coffee is necessary.
Yeah. I mean, it's necessary. I fucking live off of coffee.
Yeah, especially as college students. I think we all kind of live off coffee.
But that coffee there, I mean, I know my strong coffee. I'm a fan of my strong coffee. This coffee was a little bit more strong, and
it was iced coffee. We should mention that.
But it was so fucking good. It was
so
like
good.
It was like a little iced coffee smoothie kind of thing.
Yeah.
I felt
it was too good, and I think that's why we think it was spiked.
Exactly. That's exactly why I think it was spiked.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out the area, Spike Hill, that whole little like quarter-mile area surrounding
Bedford
it.
Avenue, that's what it is.
Bedford Ave, exactly.
And it's really my dad was telling me it's one of the most popular places out in Brooklyn, or if not the most popular place. I mean, it was very cool, and we said like people are very calm. It's a great area.
Yeah, you go from Manhattan to Williamsburg, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, and
like,
you don't think of that either, because you think, oh, Brooklyn is just New York. It's another part of Manhattan, you know? But it's very different. I liked it in a good way. Very different.
Yeah. I mean, in Manhattan, you got people like shoving you down.
Exactly.
Taking ice cream from babies
God forbid
mountains.
you bump into someone in Manhattan.
Oh my god! I took a Segway tour in Washington D.C.
That's right.
Right. And the whole time on that Segway, little embarrassing me, I was thinking like they could never, ever pull this off in Manhattan.
Oh, no,
Because you'd have
no,
people
no,
like, what the fuck is like? You would get so many nasty. I would rip on someone if I saw. I don't think I've ever seen a Segway.
I'd push him over.
You'd push him over?
Probably not.
You wouldn't.
I'm not, yeah.
Unless it was one of your weird dreams.
Yeah.
You want to explain those?
I have weird dreams. Yeah, no, it's just
that being
recently.
incriminating?
No, yeah, because people don't know me, so this is going to come out even worse. But I don't know. I've been having dreams where I just push like people to the ground and like
fat people off benches.
I don't know why. It's just I'm not really I'm not a violent person.
No, Mike's. I was telling him today. This is the most docile motherfucker I think I've ever met.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's one of those things. I feel like the psychopath is just waiting to come out. You know. Yeah. And it'll come out on this show.
A serial fat pushing person.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I'm sorry to the fat people in my dreams who I've ever pushed over. I apologize. And I'm
the fat person in your dreams.
I do hope you keep listening to the show even though I pushed you over.
Hate mail from the Fat League of America.
Yeah, seriously, we're fucked. We lost half of our audience.
Right there. No, I don't think our audience is fat. I'd like to think that our audience is...
But we don't even mind fat people. I don't mind fat people.
I love fat people.
They're fantastic.
My dad's fat. Yeah, I love my fat dad.
There you go.
My fat dad's great. And he looks even better on a motorcycle.
He does look good on a motorcycle. I can vouch for that. He's great man, by the way.
Thank you.
He really
I
is.
appreciate that, Mike.
No, of course. I thought I'd mention that. Mr. C is a fantastic man.
He's a good guy. He's got some chubs on him though.
No, there's nothing wrong with that,
nothing
right?
I feel like he looks like Chef Boyardee.
The older you get,
minus the mustache. He had a mustache for a while though.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the older you get, you're allowed to pack on the pounds. Why not?
Why the fuck
Why
not?
not? There's no reason to. You're settled down.
Exactly.
You've got a job. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, I mean, he moves enough anyway. I don't blame him for not really exercising.
Sure.
He's in the fucking restaurant all day, all fucking day.
And that's exercise in of itself, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just running around, it's mentally stressful.
Your dick off. Like, actually, it's so... I've been in there before. I used to work there a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, for a very short time. How was it?
Yeah.
It was a good experience. It was good for me.
Good.
Because at that, I was like a sophomore in high school. Mm-hmm. So I needed some
Learning
shit kicked into me.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was the summer of sophomore year going into junior year.
Cool.
And, I mean, if you really want to see the worst side of people going to the restaurant business, it teaches you a lot about life.
I believe it.
Anyone that's done it before will absolutely vouch for me.
Sure.
It's just, you just fucking encounter some of the most nasty fucking people you will ever want to encounter.
As a person who's gone to dinner with nasty people, I feel... just as bad. My dad's friend is the... I
thought you say your dad.
No. My dad's a great guy. I love my dad.
No, I was going to say Bodan.
My dad's friend...
Bodan or Bodan?
Bodan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
But one of my dad's friends, he can be a little tough to go to dinner with, and he'll be like, oh, this steak is a little too well done, and just a little bit, like a little, like say you order a medium and they give you like medium rare. It's like no.
It's like
I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, it's like the worst, and it's to the point where like you have to go up to the waiter and be like, I am sorry for his... And that's the worst.
Seriously?
You have to go up to them for him. And I feel like the customer...
No one's ever apologized to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It can get messy. So I do understand where you're coming from.
No, it's fucking
you deal
terrible,
with some
dude.
weird people.
I remember one time... This is the story I tell everyone. It was this party like 6 or 7, I want to say. Something around there. So it was a small party, not big by any standard, but
Sure.
they were just dragging fucking forever and ever and ever. And it was this one lady that was holding them up, and they were, they were all having a good time having coffee.
Yeah.
And by the time everyone else was having coffee, she still had her steak, and it was, I kid you not, it was like half of a pinky amount of steak, like length and width. Like it was the smallest piece of meat I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Could have made a penis joke there.
I think we just did. Did we just do that?
The rim shot was an indication that I would, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Not today.
Yeah. We don't condone penis jokes here on the pod
I do.
sessions.
We're split with the penis joke.
We definitely condone it. I totally lied to our audience.
The tiniest piece of meat.
I completely lied.
Sorry
Go
about
on.
that, guys.
Go on.
So I figured she was done because she wasn't touching it. She was just talking to her friends, and I was like, I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's like 10:30.
Yeah.
Close at 11. So I'm like, I just want to get the dishes in.
Yeah. This
have it
lady's
done.
just got to eat her small meat and
That's
get out.
it. That's what she said.
That's all we want.
I'm sure she's eaten small meat before.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, it did.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so I go up to her and I'm like, can I take that for you?
Sure.
And she's like, oh no, I'm still working on it. And I'm like, I felt like those like 3 seconds was just like 10 minutes of me staring into her goddamn soul, just like, you will eat this piece of meat in front of me or suffer like fucking cuts.
Yeah.
Like it was. So I think she asked, if I'm not mistaken, she asked to wrap what was left, which by that point was an even smaller piece of meat and fucking garnishing.
Sure.
Like, you don't need it.
Midnight snack, one fucking small piece of steak that you can bite size.
What can I have that'll fill up like not even an inch of my stomach?
Yeah.
I'll take that little fucking piece of steak from the restaurant. Anyway, so I don't know how we got into that.
I don't know either. We should get into the music.
Let's get into the music. So Wild Rompit.
Wild Rompit is the name. Have we mentioned that? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Wild Rompit is the name of the band. We did mention that.
Yeah, we did.
They're out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Drexel. They're from.
Drexel University. That's right. That's how they met.
Yeah.
And this new album is called Spirit Moves. Their first full-length album. And
they
that's
had
quite the accomplishment.
They had
It
two
really
EPs
is.
before. We were talking Blair.
That's right. They've been together 4 years. 4 years.
Which is a very long time.
It really is.
And they clocked 600 hours for this.
600 hours in the studio.
Which
That's
is
a
fucking
shit ton of hours.
It's fucking nuts, honestly.
It really is.
600 hours of anything is tiring, let alone something you really enjoy doing.
Definitely.
Think about that.
I'm sure, but I'm sure that it goes by fast. The 600. If you're doing something that you love,
I guess so.
But regardless,
I'm sure just like anything, there are moments where shit drags on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, we've been through the recording process. We know sometimes you have your moments where you're like, all right, let's. This is enough.
There's always moments, and I don't care who you are. I don't care what band you're playing in, what artist you're performing with. When you're recording an album, there are gonna be moments when you're at each other's goddamn throats.
Yes.
And it gets
being in a band in general will do that to you.
Oh yeah. Because being in a band, you're putting your heart on your like sleeve. I said heart in like an Irish accent.
Yeah, and that's
for
a
some
good
reason.
thing. You have to. I feel
You
like
have
in a
to,
way.
but then like it always gets into the battle of
Absolutely.
The egos. And I'm not saying Wild Rompit had that problem, but like I'm sure they've had their hard days, just like fucking any of us.
If you're putting 600 plus hours in with anyone, that's a lot of time to spend with people.
Oh my god,
I can't even imagine.
It's craziness.
Yeah.
But good for them, and
Yeah, absolutely.
it shows in the album. The album's fucking, it's lovely, and even the live show was just. It was better. It was better.
It was. They were great live.
which is saying a lot because the album was sick.
If you ever get the chance, check these guys out live because it's definitely worth it.
As a matter of fact, let's talk about that real quick.
They're going to be back, right? They're coming back to New York?
They're coming back on September 21st.
21st. 21st
We're
of
going to their
September.
website right now. It's called wildrompit.com. That's wild and then ROMPIT.com. Like Rom. And then pit as an armpit.
Yeah.
Or mosh pit.
Or just a pit.
Or just the pit.
General
whatever.
pit.
But yeah, they're coming back to, I think it was Bowery Electric was the name of the venue.
Bowery Electric, that's right.
Yeah. And I was talking to Blair and he was saying that when they come back, he'll, definitely try to shoot over here and do an interview with us, do a little podcast with us.
I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Great guy.
He was so cool.
I really want to ask him what a rompit is. I really want to know.
It's been
I really need
bugging
to
me a
know.
lot, actually. Because we looked it up. We'd been researching what in God's fucking name is a
very
rompit.
vague.
It goes back to some fucking Latin roots, my friend.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is very impressive.
Sure.
I mean,
I guess so.
Being a Latin, I mean, like we took Latin and it was fucking terrible.
Oh, God, it was.
This is a huge tangent. Fuck Latin. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
fuck Latin.
Mr. Bonagor, if you're listening right now, I know you're gonna hate me.
And me.
Yeah, but for real, like it was one of those things where I took it. Oh, this computer is being so awful right now to me.
That's all right.
Shows are coming up. So I took Latin thinking it would be like a really good idea, and I'd really benefit from it.
Yeah,
and it would show in the SATs. And
it really didn't.
It didn't. No, because all the fucking words that show up on the SATs are ones that are like super obscure, like annoying words meant to trick you.
Exactly. Exactly. And then you'll think, oh, I found this in Latin. Like this is a word that came from the Latin word. And then you think about it, and it's like, no, they're just tricking you.
Yeah, they're just fucking you up.
For all those kids who took Latin, they're tricking all those kids.
How'd you do in the SATs? If you don't mind my asking.
Oh Jesus, I don't. You know what? I don't even remember.
I
mean, I did okay. Obviously, I didn't bomb them or anything, but I think I did okay. That kind of thing is not my forte, though. Big test taking like that, like that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I don't like it either because I really don't. I don't think that it conveys how good or how bad you are as a student.
Not at all. Yeah. That's right.
Because you study how to take tests. You're not studying to learn.
Exactly.
You're memorizing. You're doing this and that and the other thing, and it's just never. You're never holding the information for more than like a year.
And when have we ever had to use information from the SAT? Ever since that test. To get into college and that's it, right?
Yep, that's it.
I haven't used any of that information since.
No, not at all. It's just fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But like it's awful. But Wild Rompit is not a lot like SATs.
They're good at math.
They're good at math. I hope so.
Yeah.
Do you think music industry as a major requires any math? I'm sure it does, like some accounting and shit like that.
I mean, well, music in general requires a lot of math. You're doing all kinds of counting.
Yeah.
And I know this because some of their songs were in 6/8 time signature. For those of you who don't know, it's 1, 2, 3. Shut up.
Do it.
No, I won't even do it now. No, you said no.
We'll do it. Well, I said no because I was selfish, and I apologize to my listeners, but for the listener. Yeah. Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you, kid.
All right, go.
Here, go. No, it's like you count it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the beat is on 1 and 4. The emphasis of the beat is on 1 and 4, and they have a few songs in this album that feature that. So obviously you have to be good at math for that. It's not just 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that kind of thing.
That's cool. I remember speaking of Williamsburg, where the area was, and speaking of really fucked up time signatures, it's not even that fucked up, but I'll tell you a fucked up time signature.
Oh, I bet you
song off of the album Seas of Cheese. It's called 11.
Oh man, Primus is insane with time signatures though.
The reason I mentioned is I saw them in Williamsburg.
Oh, you did see
2 years ago.
Really?
With Alex and Garrett.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Alex. Hi, Garrett.
That's right.
Yeah. It was, oh my, that fucking show was ridiculous. Gogol Bordello opened up.
Oh, shit. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's right.
The gypsy punk.
The gypsy punk stuff, yeah.
Oh my God, he's so fucking good. But I saw dudes in dresses, like,
oh my God,
on major drugs. It was awesome.
I believe it.
Oh my God, it was so cool.
They're the weirdest. Primus is one of the weirdest bands, and by like every sense,
they're awesome, though.
They shouldn't sound good, but they're so dissonant.
They're so talented, but they use their talent to just be like,
yeah, we're gonna be fucking weird.
Like, to make it like ridiculous.
And that's not even like a knock against them, because Les Claypool, I think, is the greatest bassist of all time. I'm pretty sure he is.
I'm on that team for Les Claypool. I know a lot of people will say like Flea. I love Flea. I love John Entwistle.
Agreed.
But it's all different kind of styles.
It's hard to judge based on styles too, and it's hard to say, oh, this is the greatest bassist in the world. Yeah,
I think if you're gonna put up slap bassist against slap bassist, Les Claypool.
Oh, without a doubt, easily.
Because you got to see this guy's fucking hands go. I mean, God. I've seen Flea. Flea. Trust me, Flea's fucking awesome, and I'm by no way bringing him down.
Les Claypool,
he can make
his
just
bass sound like a fucking chopper.
He really can.
He can sound a fucking helicopter.
Yeah.
Like the first time I heard My Name is Mud. Literally the first time I heard that, it was like background noise, and I'm like, is there a fucking helicopter like going?
Really thought that?
I really thought that.
Wow.
Because it was a live video.
Yeah.
And it was, it was sort of a little bit distorted. It was like.
Where was it? Was it live at? Was it like a Woodstock kind of thing?
It was Woodstock.
Yeah. They were throwing fucking mud on the stage.
Yeah,
he fucking cuts the song out. He goes, "Listen up, all you little assholes." The song is called "My Name Is Mud." Stop throwing the goddamn mud at me.
They're such fucking weirdos.
Yeah, no, he's the weirdest motherfucker ever. I would love to meet Les Claypool.
Oh,
he was in.
I don't know if I want to meet him.
I would absolutely love. He was. He does the music for Robot Chicken.
Does he really?
Now
that you mention it,
it makes perfect sense.
Perfect sense.
And he was in a movie called like it was like Hog Hunter or something like that, where he plays like a crazed like redneck priest or some such shit.
God damn.
Less Claypool. No, but he's out of his goddamn mind. I love it. And he always has been.
Is that?
That looks to be a guy's head squished with a birthday candle on top.
That's what I thought it was. I was just asking for confirmation.
That your eyes do not deceive you.
Good.
This motherfucker dresses up in all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah. And he's earned the right to.
Yeah. Tom Waits is one of his big idols because fucking he has him on Tommy the Cat, I believe. You know that song?
That's a great song. Damn.
But speaking, the reason I say Tom Waits is because, and getting back to Wild Rompit,
yes,
his voice kind of reminds me of Tom Waits a little bit. Way less gravelly,
but smooth.
But he has that smooth
undertone to it,
storytelling.
That's right.
Kind of feel of it. I forget what song ended with it, but he had almost like a B.B. King kind of feel, where like the music kind of like faded out. It was like told a little story, like a little like almost like a poem that
right.
ended, and I was like, oh,
that's fantastic,
cool, man.
Yeah, if you can do
that without sounding like a little like pretentious, like.
That was the thing about Blair too, lead singer of Wild Rompit. Oh, his talking voice was very smooth as well.
Yeah, oh my god.
You go on, we went on stage and sang, and it was very smooth. Mm-hmm. And then he came off stage and talked to us for a little while.
What's up, guy? Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking
I'm like,
cool.
That's fantastic.
How do you do that? You just talk like that?
Yeah. Is that your real voice?
I mean, like, very few people have innately cool capturing voices. I fucking hate my voice. As a matter of fact, when I go back and I listen to this, I'm gonna cringe the whole fucking time while I'm editing. I
want to apologize to everyone listening for my voice in general. Like,
I love your voice,
I can't
Mike.
listen to it.
You have a very calming voice.
I appreciate it, but
very calming.
No one likes to send to their own voice.
I guess not. We talked about this the other day. You hear your voice at a lower frequency or a higher frequency, one of those two, than it actually is. The point is that the way you hear your voice in your head is not actually how it comes out, right? And it's not actually how it's heard.
And it's the same thing with recordings as well.
It's the worst.
I hope anyway. I hope to God, because hearing recordings of myself, I don't know. I just hate it. But
I hate it too.
You're right. There's some kind of frequency that distorts it in some way.
I think it's the way it like resonates in your head or something like that.
And you're just not used to hearing it too, like in a different sense. And it's, I don't know.
Isn't that weird for people like before all this recording technology and all that, like going back to like, let's say like 17th century. Mm-hmm. You know, before vinyls, before CDs, before the internet, Mike, before
the internet,
all that.
Jesus, can't even imagine.
Yeah, please. Before the magic porn machine, as we call it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the fuck a computer is. Like, you mean the magic porn machine? Is that
your laptop, your computer? Yeah. That's the magic porn machine. Yeah. This is literally. What do you use it for? What? You can find academic journals. You can find YouTube videos.
Exactly. What the fuck? No, porn, people. Come on, let's no.
Oh god. Anyway, I wonder. I guess they would go through their whole lives not knowing how their voice really sounds. It's kind of weird.
That is weird.
But in a way, it's kind of like a blessing, because I would prefer to go through life hearing the voice how it is in my head.
I agree.
I think I'd be a lot happier.
Oh, definitely, absolutely, without a doubt.
I mean, it's funny though, because like a lot of, if you go to like getting back to the speaking voice, a lot of people's singing voice it's not synonymous with their singing voice.
Absolutely.
So you got people like Chris Cornell, who's like, "Go on, blame it." Like he's like such like a powerful kind of like Robert Plant.
I think he's actually probably one of the best rock voices ever.
I think he's my favorite rock singer. To be honest with you, but
and then you hear him talk, and it's like
he has such an adorable dorky sound, and I'm like, oh, it's so nice.
And you'd never be able to pick him out of a crowd if he was just talking.
If he was just talking,
no way. You'd just be like, who's that dorky guy talking? Oh, it's legend Chris Cornell.
Soundgarden's Chris Cornell.
Seriously.
And
love you, Chris. Come on.
Audio Slave. Audio Slave fucking
incredible.
Kills me. They're out of this world. I really wish they would get back together.
The one super group that kind of worked.
I think they were the only super group that worked, in my opinion.
There were a lot of I don't even know how that works either. You got amazing musicians come together, and it just doesn't work. But Audio Slave definitely worked.
It never works for a lot of people. You're right. It's almost like the way I compare it is like, let's say you have a cookie and then you have soda.
I'd love to have both of those things,
but not at the same time, right? It's too sweet. That's the way.
Call.
That's the way I always
That's
convey
interesting,
that.
actually. Yeah,
It's too sweet. It's too much going on. It's like a sensory overload.
that's right.
And I think that's
right.
why
Yeah.
people get a little bit freaked out by that.
Yeah. In college, when I first came to college, you know, you try to have all the sweets as you can. Like, oh, I'm gonna have fucking ice cream for dinner. Yeah. Oh, come on. The first
really, I mean, I don't like ice cream, though.
Freshman year of high school, the first time. I'm sorry. High school. Freshman year of college, when you're away, if you go away to college, and then you're just like, oh, let me fucking have ice cream for dinner because I can, and then like, oh, I'll have a cookie with that, and it's like. It's too much. Like
that's what I mean.
It's just.
I don't like ice cream.
You don't like ice cream?
No.
Any kind of ice cream?
Nope, not really.
Cookies and cream, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry.
I mean, I'll eat it on occasion, but I just don't really. It like doesn't agree with me really.
And we lost a lot of viewers on that. Because
these motherfuckers don't like ice cream.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm fucking out of here. Screw you, PodSessions. I'm done.
Seriously.
I'm done with all internet radio forever.
Fucking ice cream.
Yeah. I just never really liked it. Just a preference, but that's what I mean. Like if you're eating a cookie, and that's why I say soda because I love my soda.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge sweets guy in general, but my point being, too much at the same time. It's a sensory overload.
And this gets back to Wild Rompit, the balance that they had live.
Yes,
which I was
such a balance.
Very impressed with, especially live. I think all the instruments really balanced themselves out well, and they had a sampler on stage, right? They had
it was like a Mac or some shit.
some sort of laptop, and what they would do is they would play the track off the laptop and have it sync up with the song, which that's another thing I want to ask Blair, how exactly they sync those up.
Yes.
That was very cool.
Yeah, we have plenty of questions.
Yes, so we hope Blair can come on the show and give us some insight into that, because that was really cool.
I mean, that's my thing. Like, I see a lot of bands that do that on the professional level.
That's right.
You'll see that, like, Muse does it a lot, or used to do it a
Vampire
lot.
Weekend do that?
Well, they have the keyboards.
But
Ransom, I think his name is. Yeah, he plays live, but he also does a lot of sampling.
Sure.
So they're doing a lot of their sampling live in that sense, but through the sense that the samples are physically being played on the keyboard.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's also fucking cool because the way, I guess, they have their mics wired for this new album, which is magical, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, I'll say, mature sound.
Right.
If you listen to Contra earlier with me a little bit.
Yes.
It's very hectic.
Sure.
Lot going on.
Yeah.
And then their first album, the self-titled, very calm, very preppy, which I love. It's so nice.
Sure,
it's such a great album. But this
Summer
Modern
sounds.
Vampires of the Weekend combines both. It has, I don't want to say a hectic sound, but it's a lot of sampling.
Sure.
But it's also a lot of the classic Vampire Weekend feel.
Balance.
Yeah, exactly.
All about balance.
It's all about balance. And when a band can do that, it's magical. It's fucking great. So we give a lot of credit.
And I think we should say that Wild Rompit reminded us of Vampire Weekend a little bit. So that was definitely that's definitely a plus in our book.
Yeah, I mean, Vampire Weekend is one of my favorite bands. So I mean,
I'm still trying to get into them. You're trying to get me into them a little bit more.
Yeah.
And, it's definitely, for me, it's an acquired taste. But
it absolutely is. It absolutely is.
Definitely working on getting into them because I do like their sound.
It's funny now that we mention it. I think I said Claire. Blair has a voice very similar to Ezra Koenig's too.
He does, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Very,
if you ever hear like an interview, Ezra
very
Koenig's
smooth.
voice is so smooth. It's just like he is spinning Israelites into a 19th nervous breakdown, and I'm like, go on, sir. Jesus Christ, you have my attention. And now that I'm thinking about it, on Modern Vampires of the City, that's what it's called, I think. He does on 2 songs. It's Yahé and another song. I forget which one. But like what I was saying before with the B.B. King kind of storytelling feel, where the music will keep playing and he'll speak like this and tell a little story about this and that. And I'm like, holy shit, that's
Tell me more, Vampire Weekend.
Fucking shit on my palm. Interesting. It's so interesting. So I mean, it was a lot of stuff like that. A lot of Vampire Weekend. A lot of Kings of Leon. But
some
never
U2 in there a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
definitely U2. Kind of like the spacey feel of U2.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's never to the point of where you feel like it's being ripped off. It's never
original. It's very original.
It's never insincere. It's always very, very real. It's very just fucking. It's really, really nice.
Yeah. And again, check them out, please.
Definitely check them out. It's Wild Rompit.
We're gonna get a little bit into the songs here, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the songs a little bit. We're gonna try not to go like we're not going to analyze the songs. I mean, it's
we're
not
critics
going to work
here.
like
We just want to talk about it. We want to be gateways between you and listening to this band.
Yeah,
that's basically what we want to do, because
and
they definitely deserve listens and likes. Like them on Facebook too, because Facebook likes are important now.
Oh, it's we were saying that the other day. It's the new ruler of success.
It really
in a
is.
Weird fucking way.
It is a strange way,
because it's no longer. It used to be record sales.
That's right.
Or if you're on TV, ratings and stuff like that. But now it's like, how many likes do you have on Facebook?
Exactly.
How many Twitter followers
That's
does he
one
have?
of the first things you ask about, like especially if it's a new-ish band.
Yeah.
Or it's something that you've never heard of, like, how many likes do they have on Facebook, as a way of judging.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's really important.
It's really, it's strange how, like, technology has changed music like that. Even any kind of music, not just...
It's strange and it's scary at the same time.
It's a bit scary, yeah.
Because it's no longer... It's no longer that feeling. They have all these bought records, so it must be good. Now there's no currency involved.
Exactly.
You know, you don't have to spend anything.
Exactly.
To help this band get out
a
bit more into the field. So I mean, you can spend it. You can spend $5 and get their fucking awesome.
Which you should. We encourage that.
Very not often do I feel like I've spent money very well on something. I'll always buy something and be like, well, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Or it was good. Yeah. But buying, I mean, I didn't even buy this album actually. Blair was nice enough to give it to me.
Nice enough, yeah.
But if I had bought it,
all this point is going down the drain.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. For some reason, I thought anyway, had I bought it, I would have felt very happy about it, fulfilled, because it's really, honestly, it's well done.
No, it's very well done.
It's very.
You can tell that they put 600+ hours into it. It's very
it's all there.
Feel to it.
Honestly, again, the other show I felt like I spent money well spent was the Kevin Smith show.
Kevin Smith show?
Yeah. Oh my god. If you ever get the chance to fucking see it,
I'd love to.
Check it. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Oh, I've
seen
great.
the Clerks movies with you. Actually,
I'm
you
fucking
introduced
obsessed.
me to them, and they're fantastic.
I mean, and Kevin Smith introduced me to podcasting in that way. So thank you, Mr. Smith. Smodcast is fucking great. That's
great.
really what. That's what I listen to at work all the time.
Yeah.
Always pop it in because it's just easy to listen to.
Yeah, you showed me that walrus story that he did.
Oh my god, that was
Walrus Man.
And now that's becoming a movie.
That's right.
Tusk.
Which
is going to be basically for those who didn't hear the story. It's this English, it's fucking weird English dude. The British are so fucking weird, dude.
They are fucking weird.
I mean, we love the British, but
this brought them up in weirdness for me.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
Just it's not fair to all the British, but that's just the way it works. Especially if you hear a story like this, this is
okay.
Go ahead.
So, if you want to check it out for yourself, it's on Gumtree. Just type in Gumtree Walrus. It's bizarre, but basically the long and short of it is mostly the short of it, Mike.
Yeah, most of the short of it.
The shortened version,
yes,
is that this guy had spent X amount of years on this island off the coast of such and such, in complete isolation, except a walrus that he named Gregory. And
what else do you name a walrus?
I don't really know. I mean, that's the first name that pops to mind.
Sure.
You can name him Wally, I guess, or Rusty.
Rusty Wall.
Rusty Wall.
Oh God, Rusty Walrus. Oh, that's tough.
That's
tough.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy was kept in companionship by a fucking walrus for like 3 or 4 years or something like that. But basically, he came back to England, puts in this ad into this website called Gumtree, which is the same thing as like Craigslist or it's like a classified thing,
sure. Like local advertisements for services.
Yeah. So he's looking for a roommate, right? He gets this flat, they call it, which is basically an apartment, right? So he's looking for a lodger, which is a roommate.
That's right.
And he says, "I'll give you free lodging. You don't have to pay any rent.
No rent, yeah.
Nothing at all. I'll take care of everything."
And what's the only stipulation?
The only stipulation is that this motherfucker has been constructing a walrus, a life-like detailed walrus suit that could fit a human that he said, and I quote, of average proportions or something. Right. I'm paraphrasing, but
sure.
An average guy like me and you can fit in that walrus suit. We can be the walrus. I am the fucking walrus.
I probably wouldn't want to be the walrus.
I mean, would you take it?
I wouldn't. I couldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it? It's free living, dude.
Yeah, but the part of it that you didn't mention is that once this person goes into the walrus suit, they have to make sounds.
Yeah.
Like a walrus, and this is what, every half hour or so.
No, you have to do this
for a period of 3 or 4 hours
to give
a day?
to give the people an idea. He said it was like you have to spend a minimum of 2 hours.
Right.
In the walrus suit, but in this period of time, you can't talk like a human. Excuse me, and you have to make walrus utterances, which he said was the most fucking beautiful thing he's ever heard.
Yeah.
Which is really
creepy. Whatever you want to do.
And he's like, I believe you can find it on the internet those sounds, which it's like he just found out about the internet, which he might have.
Well, he found a bunch of ones.
Yeah, he got a lot of responses, a lot of hits. But in addition to that. Not only do you have to act like a walrus, it's not like you're just sitting there. He throws fucking fishes and crabs into your mouth.
Yeah.
So you have to sit there and take crabs in the face.
Yeah.
Not in the sexy way.
Well, it is dinner. Is there a sexy way?
Are they dead or are they alive? Are they steamed crabs or are they still like?
It's true.
Clamping at your face and shit.
Your walrus human tongue getting bitten off or anything.
So, that's the long and short of it. Check it out. It's a really funny article. That's gonna be a fucking movie.
Yeah. Tusk.
It's gonna be, and he wants it to be like kind of like a Quentin Tarantino kind of thing. Quentin Tarantino's gonna be in it. He's gonna be the fucking.
He's the walrus.
He's gonna be the cop that comes after the mad walrus dude.
Oh my lord. Okay.
So it's gonna be crazy. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. The point was that the money I felt that was well spent was this album if I had spent money on it.
Yes.
And the Kevin Smith show because it was really fucking funny.
Yes.
It's great.
Yeah.
So hopefully we aim to have the same sort of effect. We aim to make you guys chuckle or chortle. Chortle's an actual word. It's like
just like that.
It's something like that.
Little difference, like more like that, I think.
Mr. Cartier.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Mr. Cartier. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the songs.
About the music.
We're not going to get too much into the song structure. We'll try to, when Blair comes out here, we'll definitely talk to him about how the songs are. We're just going to kind of give you what we felt on it.
Give you a bit of an overview.
Yeah, absolutely. But you want to start with that? We'll talk about We Savages.
Sure, why not? Opening track.
This is like if you're a Radiohead fan.
Definitely.
If you're even like a John Mayer fan, like it had like a kind of a John Mayer feel.
This had we keep using the word smooth, but this had a really smooth feel to it.
Yeah. And
definitely. Lyrics jumped out at me too.
Yeah.
Which is what we were talking about this before, but mentioned Odysseus and the Greek hero Odysseus who was trying to make his way home for 10 years after fighting in the Trojan War. So that holds it. We both took Latin, as we mentioned earlier, and
I fucking hated every minute of Odysseus.
Yeah, it still holds a place in my heart, though. So
imagine fucking trying to get home, and knowing that to get home it'll be at least 10 years.
Yeah. He's got a wife. He's got a wife at home waiting for him.
And a son too, no?
And a son. That's right. Yeah.
Isn't that like the
son didn't recognize him at first.
What the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, exactly. You were 10 years. That's a lot of years.
Yeah, dude.
Son was a young kid. He grew up and then didn't recognize him.
That's scary.
That is scary.
But well, good reference. Anytime I can see
sure.
anything historically pleasing,
why not,
to the ear or to the eye or to everything.
Yeah.
Taste buds.
Taste buds.
Try to taste the Odysseus. Fucking
taste Odysseus.
Taste of Odysseus.
Dig him up and taste him.
Cool Greek restaurant. Taste of Odysseus.
Taste of Odysseus. But no one would want to go there because it would take 10 years to get your food. But I'm fucking hate myself.
That's how long it took him to get home.
And we're done now.
So fucking We Savages.
Great song.
Has a very
smooth feel.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's soft. It gets heavy right in the right places.
Exactly.
The drums. The accenting on the drums, like
unique.
Yeah, it throws you off a little bit, but not in the bad way. It keeps you guessing.
It's unexpected.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't even try to act it out again because I'd butcher it.
A lot of stops and starts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the stops and the starts in that song, very well placed.
Exactly.
And it gets heavy
and the right
when you need it to get heavy.
Right.
But it was great. I love that song.
Yeah, I agree.
And the chorus had no actual words. It was Just the ooze.
Yeah, just the ooze.
I like that.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
And I don't think it's like.
And you can't do it often, but
no, because then it would be like lazy. But
exactly.
I think this is just literally just intentional.
It was the perfect amount. It went with the balance of the song really
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah, it was great.
Definitely.
But yeah, so that about covers that.
Yeah, I think anything else.
Yeah, just take a listen to it.
Exactly. We're a gateway for you to go listen to this band. We want you to listen to it for yourself, and we'll give you a bit of an overview. But ultimately, we're not going to be able to recreate it for you. So
unfortunately, and we're not trying to do that.
No,
you know what I mean? It's not our goal, man. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. So
fuck. God fucking damn it.
So next song we got is
Sticks and Stones,
which is my personal favorite. Sticks and Stones.
Go on. Don't stop there.
That's kind of how it starts. Right off the bat.
Kind of it starts.
No way am I going to try to even emulate Mr. Ollendorf's voice.
Of course not.
That's fucking great.
And he wrote this song after watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, that's a great.
And you can kind of
movie.
hear the influence in there too. It's kind of like a badass love song.
Yeah,
that's how I would put it. Like it's got the indie rock feel to it.
Right at the chorus.
Right at the chorus. Exactly.
Yeah, right after the verse and all that.
That's right. The love song is more in the verse, and then gets to chorus, and you're like, oh, this is badass.
The feeling I get from the love song, it's like kind of like a. I'm moving my head right now back and forth in a very sensual fashion, but you kind of get the feel of like.
It's not that sensual.
It's not that sensual.
Yeah.
Really?
Try again. Oh Jesus! All right. Yep. Yeah. There you go. You got it. All right.
So if you like had been living in the 40s and you went to like a high school dance, that's the kind of feel. You kind of like dance to it, like in Back to the Future before Marty McFly comes and ruins the whole experience for everyone.
Yeah. Seriously.
And scars people for life.
Oh God.
Like think about that. Like that would have been scarring. Actually, just comes out in like solos and like
really.
And we're just like.
What the fuck was
I think I shit myself, actually. Those notes were so startling in the order that I actually defecated in my dress.
And or pantsuit.
And or pants.
Whatever you choose to wear to your high school dance.
But
we don't judge either way here at podSessions.
We do not. We definitely do not.
High school dance.
Whether or not you decide to time travel and play the song back to the people of the 40s.
We don't judge you. We don't judge you. That's the bottom line. We don't give a shit.
Do what you want, man. It's cool. But we really like that was I like that. Again, we talked about we grew up with that kind of music, that disco.
That's right.
It's not a disco song, but those old school 40s to 60s pop songs.
Absolutely.
And it has that without sounding cheesy.
Yeah,
nice.
That's always
because that's usually what consumes these songs.
They put a very modern twist onto it.
The chorus balances it out.
The chorus definitely balances it out.
That's what makes it really good. It's a nice little contrast to it.
Yeah, it's got that badass quality to it. It adds a lot.
Yeah, and right towards the end, what I noticed was like a flamenco playing. A lot like Muse, like fast picking, really fast picking, and I love that. That's a sound I'm like obsessed with because I love. Again, I started listening to Muse around freshman sophomore year.
Back when they were fantastic.
Back when they were really fucking good.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Seriously.
But their early stuff, their really early stuff, it's Spanish in its nature. It has a lot of the flamenco, all from the album Showbiz. Yeah,
that's right.
A lot of flamenco. It's really fast picking, really high up. And then as it goes on, it's still there, but it's not as much.
Right.
My point being, that goes back to more Spanish music, the flamenco guitar.
Just like that.
Yeah. But yeah, like that feeling was definitely, it was prevalent towards the end of that song, which I like that. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, you're definitely looking for that, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the balance, and you're looking for something different in rock music, and that definitely balanced all of that out well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's pretty much it for that song. I mean, that was, again, just trying to give you an overview. And
check it.
If you're like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, give that a listen.
If you're a Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie fan, I'll definitely give it a listen. And then the final one we're gonna talk about now is the album title, the album track.
That's right. Spirit Moves. This was my favorite, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah. I know yours was Sticks and Stones, but Spirit Moves was my favorite, and especially live, because I think this is the song where they gelled perfectly together on. This is the song where it was the last song they played, and you could tell that they had put so much effort into this, and I think the fact that it was the title track also put a big factor into like, all right, this is everything we've worked on right here. Just take it. We don't fucking want it anymore. We put 600 fucking hours into this. We want you to have it. And,
I totally,
and they definitely had it.
I absolutely agree with that.
And the thing that jumped out at me for this song was the guitar leads.
Yeah.
Because, absolutely. And, yeah, along with, again, more unique drum patterns. And, the leads were fantastic. And I think they really they complemented the drums very well.
Yeah, the drumming was just incredible.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned the drumming enough. I don't think the drumming was fantastic.
And not only was he was so fucking on point with everything.
That's right.
But he was also taking care of the samples.
That's right. He was. He was managing all the samples on the laptop.
It's hard to do. You can assign a person just to do just the samples.
Right.
But you're doing a fucking hard drum fills and all this and keeping weird time.
Yep. And you have to make sure you're perfectly in sync with the samples as well. That's not easy.
No, it's absolutely not. So a lot of props to the drummer.
A lot of props to the whole band. They were great. They were great.
But Spirit Moves, it was, again, like I agree with you. It was very, it was a collective feel.
Exactly.
It was very.
Everything culminated into this one song. I
absolutely.
felt like. And that's not to put down any of the other songs that they played beforehand. No. It was more of a, like I said, a culmination of all the songs that they had done, and this was, we're going to put everything into this and give it to you. Take it.
But one of the feelings I got from the song was an OK Computer kind of feel.
Okay,
from Radiohead's.
Right,
I think it's third album, arguably their best.
I think it's their best. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, and there's a B-side on that album that I'm obsessed with. It's called Polyethylene.
Polyethylene.
You know that song?
I've not heard it.
It's really, really good. And the acoustic guitar in that song is very similar to this, I think. This
one definitely had a very Radiohead feel to it.
And even I'm going to go off and, again, on a limb here, and maybe this is because I've been listening. Going off on King of Limpidence.
Another Radiohead.
It had a John Mayer sort of feel, I think.
John Mayer, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And that might have been because I've been listening to Paradise Valley. The newest album, it's good. It's good. I'm not a huge Mayer fan, but it's been good.
All right.
But it does have that sort of John Mayer aspect to it.
Sound.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And his voice is very similar in that sense too.
Yeah, it is.
So because John Mayer's never pushing.
Exactly. There's no smooth. like we said before. There was no growling in it.
Oh no.
This is more of a smooth kind of rock feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I was saying before, like there's no growling, but he can have that Tom Waits sort of quality, that storytelling B.B. King quality to it, and that's something you get from his singing. It's something you get from his speaking voice.
Definitely.
And it's awesome. You just feel like you should be in like a bar in Nashville.
Yeah, and
listening to them.
They've been to Nashville.
They're playing in Nashville. They're going to be playing. Yeah,
but I feel like to Nashville in the past, and he said, "I can't even imagine Nashville. It sounds incredible.
We need to check it out."
Like Blair was telling us, like you walk down the main drag, and there's a bar at there are tons of bars, and at each bar, a band is outside playing.
Yeah.
That's I can't even imagine that.
Any listeners that are in Nashville, Tennessee, if you have a band that you feel we should cover,
let us know.
You want to pay for our hotel fee, please bring us down. We'd fucking love to hang out. That'd be sick. I would love to go to Nashville.
Oh yeah.
It's one of my bucket list.
Agreed.
Areas.
Definitely.
I still want to go to Egypt really badly. Hopefully after it calms down. Wow. I'd love to go to Cairo.
Yeah.
Alexandria too.
You know what? I want to go to Austin, Texas, just because of the live music scene as well.
Yeah,
I've heard amazing things from there, and it's I don't know. I feel it's the same kind of thing as Nashville.
For sure.
You walk into the city, and there literally everywhere you walk, there's a band.
Every person is required to hold a guitar,
or sing.
Yeah, they sing to you. They
sing
speak.
Hello.
What up, motherfucker?
Nothing.
Hi. Oh, you're from New York, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, they wouldn't say it like that. They would sing it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sing because I'm not from Austin.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. If you get the chance to see these guys,
do it.
See them.
Do it.
It's so worth it.
Yeah, I'm glad we did, and we'd love to see him again too when they come back to New York.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Kate, for finding this band for us, dude.
Kate Russell.
So happy we were able to have this opportunity to talk to you guys about it.
Definitely.
To hang out with the band, and we really can't wait hang out with Blair a little bit more.
Yes, absolutely.
And hopefully, I want the other guys to come too.
Yeah,
that'd be
everybody,
great.
The whole band.
Yeah, I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
It was nice talking to Blair, and I hope the rest of the band comes, and it'll be fun to interview.
For sure. That'd be great. So now a little bit of closing notes.
Sure.
Say some stuff. Again, thank you to Kate.
Yes,
for finding all this, for setting all this up. The shit. Been doing so much with all this, and we're very happy to be helping you with with expanding the music obsession.
We're really excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never done anything like this before.
Yeah, no way. If you had told me 5 years ago that I'd be doing some sort of radio show, I'd be like, get the fuck out.
Seriously.
There's no way in hell. I don't have that kind of personality. I still don't think I do, but I'm privileged to be doing this. I'm very, very happy. And it's great because you get to go to these awesome shows, meet some awesome people,
Definitely.
hear some great music, and just hang out.
And we get to let you guys know about it too.
Yeah,
and
that's the real pleasure.
Yes, definitely. And it helps the bands, it helps you because you get new music.
And it helps us.
It helps us because we love doing this.
Yeah.
So
this is really a newfound passion for us, I think.
You listening to us is definitely helping to keep music in the mainstream.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? One of the things I've been thinking about recently.
Music.
Yeah, good. Exactly. That's exactly my point.
That's what
One of the things I've been thinking about recently is people will be like, "Oh, well, who fucking cares about Miley Cyrus? Who fucking cares about this and that and Drake and Lil Wayne and blah blah blah?" And it's like, well, you do because you're giving them publicity.
Exactly.
You're talking about them.
The more you talk about it,
you don't need to talk. This is the last time I'll try to talk about them. Sometimes they do really stupid shit and it's fun to rip on them.
Yeah.
But like the more attention you give them and not the people who are doing the real
that goes
work,
for anything
the real
too.
music. Yeah, absolutely.
That goes for anything. I mean, anything you talk about, So Morgan Freeman did an interview on 60 Minutes a while ago.
I remember this.
And you know, the interviewer asked him, "How are we going to get rid of racism?" And Morgan Freeman says, "Stop talking about it."
Yeah.
And I think that's a fucking...
Racism and bad music are synonymous.
No, but, fucking A. Yeah, that's pretty much no. But I think that's a interesting thing because the more you talk about something that's bad, the more publicity it's going to get and the more it's going to be pushed into the mainstream.
Yeah,
because the more it's going to be a moneymaker, and even if you don't really want to hear about it, you're going to hear about it because you're talking about it so much.
So our mission is to talk about the stuff that we find interesting,
exactly.
All the cool stuff like that you wouldn't otherwise hear. We're your little source for all the stuff that's not being publicized by the media because it's not fucking sensationalist. Because it's real cool shit.
Yeah,
that people just don't really care about that much anymore.
Exactly.
Our hope is to maybe revitalize it a little bit, maybe bring it to your attention. Then you'll get into it, and then we can kind of help each other out here, help the bands out, help us out, and then we'll continue to bring the stuff to you.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It'll be fun. It'll be a great ride.
To it. This is start of a great thing.
Absolutely. I think that about wraps it up. What do you think, Mike?
Absolutely. I don't know.
Got anything else to say?
I got nothing else.
Got nothing else. All right, guys.
Gustav Holst. That's all I got.
Gustav Holst, Wild Rompit. All that good nonsense.
Definitely. Check him out. Wild Rompit. Spirit Moves is the album.
Absolutely.
I think that's really it. Pretty much it.
Again, a little few closing notes. If you want to talk to Kate about writing, please do. We need more people. And please give the Music Obsession a like on Facebook. Give us a like on Facebook. We're facebook.com/podSessions.
podSessions, that's right.
Follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up with all this stuff. It's JPiz, which is JayPizz, 3 Z's.
All three of them.
All three Z's. Yeah. You cannot forget the third Z.
Nope.
So check it out. Like us. We have a YouTube channel, podSessions.
Yeah. Send us an email too, Gmail.
Yeah, which is corrected. I'm sorry from last time. It's the Music PodSession @gmail.com.
The Music PodSessions or session?
Let me double check that.
It's actually an interesting.
Yeah, but feel free to email us at any point. Once I figure out which one it is. You know what? I don't know which one it is right now because it's not coming out. But
we'll post it with this video.
Post it. We'll absolutely post it. I'm sure most of you have us on Facebook. You can message directly me or Mike.
That's me.
That's Mike.
Yeah.
I'm not Mike. I'm JP.
Contrary to popular belief, I'm actually not JP.
Yeah. So please, if you feel like you have a band that you would like to get out here, send us some stuff.
Absolutely.
Email
We're
it to us.
Open to literally everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be rock either.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just trying to get everything out there.
Yep.
It's the Music Obsession. We're obsessed with music. We love
All
music. We
kinds
know
of
you
music.
guys do too. So that really wraps it up. Please send us your stuff. We'd love to hear it. You know, if we really like it, we'd love to get you on the show.
Absolutely.
And help us help you. Really. Talk about us, share our links, share videos.
Definitely.
And that's really
then
it,
your
guys.
friends can tell us about their bands, and everyone is happy. So.
Everyone's happy, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
That's what we're looking for here.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Have a great week. I'm
Yeah.
JP.
Mike.
Take care.